Hey friends, welcome back. You may have heard of meditation and the many benefits it can offer, from helping you attain greater peace in life, openness to the world, or sharper focus in your thinking. These benefits sound great, but two problems likely held you back from giving meditation a go. First, you may associate meditation with spending hours in a cave with your head shaved like a monk, basically too impractical for your life. Or second, you may have heard of practical techniques such as breathing exercises, but maybe no one ever painted the bigger picture of why you should meditate and how it can lead to a better life. Basically, you don't really see the purpose of meditation. So for our Big 5 superstar ideas today, we're going to start with 2 ideas on the purpose of meditation, followed by 3 practical steps of how you can meditate. And with that, let's crack into the video. Number 1, mindfulness. Our first intention is to realize a state of mindfulness, which can be defined as being aware of your body and mind in the present. This is a very specific kind of awareness, and each part here is vital. Mindfulness is specific to your bodily sensations and mental thoughts, and excludes other kinds of awareness, such as cultural awareness or financial awareness. Mindfulness is also specific to the present moment and excludes the past and future. Let's say I asked you about the sensations in your shoulders right now. You may notice that by directing your attention to your shoulders, you are able to gain an awareness of the physical sensations there that you may not have had a moment before. If you notice that your shoulders are tensed up, take a deep breath and relax that area and watch how that feels. This process of awareness leading to ease is one of the benefits of meditation. So there's awareness of your body in the present. For awareness of mind, you must first realize that you are not your mind. Your mind is a computing tool in your head that can work for you or against you if you aren't mindful. I'm sure we can all remember a time where all we wanted to do was focus on our work, but your mind instead preferred to enter spirals of distracting thoughts, such as what are you going to eat later or how that conversation 2 years ago went. Our minds also work against us by disabling beliefs. Sometimes when we want to accomplish something, all our minds do is look for reasons why we will fail instead of figuring out how we can succeed. So if we want our minds to work for us reliably, we need to catch these distracting thoughts and disabling beliefs as they come up. And this starts with being aware of our minds at each present moment. We'll talk about how you can do this later, but for now, let's say you've become aware of your bodily sensations and mental thoughts, and you uncover some unpleasant feelings or insecurities. What do? This leads us to idea number 2, acceptance. Acceptance here is specific to your body and mind in the present, and builds on the same awareness from mindfulness that we saw earlier. For example, let's say you go for a health scan and the doctor tells you that you have hypertension because you've been eating too much salt. Acceptance here only applies to your present condition. You may not be in perfect health, and that's okay because everyone makes mistakes. However, this does not mean you should accept having hypertension into the future and so do nothing about it. This would just be an excuse for inaction. In fact, acceptance enables action. If you cannot accept your current condition of hypertension, you may choose to ignore what your doctor tells you to do and so take no action. And even if you do take action, you may give up easily if you cannot accept that it takes time and effort to get better. Once again, this is a specific acceptance of the present and does not preclude you from working toward a better future. Still, acceptance isn't always easy, especially acceptance of pain. It isn't easy to come to terms with the present if you are in an abusive relationship or in debt. In such situations, it can help to speak to someone you trust or do some reflection to gain greater perspective. Acceptance becomes much easier once we realize how little in life is actually under our control and how at the end of the day, how few things really matter. I find some of the best ideas on this is from the principles of Stoicism, but that's a video for another day. So now we know that our overall intention is awareness and acceptance of your body and mind in the present moment. Now let's take a look at some practical steps you can take to realize this through meditation. First practical step, scan your body. This exercise is about becoming more aware of your body in the present. Let's do this together step by step. First, close your eyes and focus on the sensation of your body resting on your chair and your feet on the floor. Take 3 deep breaths. Now, direct your attention to your right foot. Notice that you can feel the sensation of your foot much more vividly. Slowly check in with each part of your foot, starting with your toes, then the bottom of your foot, and then the top of your foot. Spend 3 slow counts with each part to really dive into the physical sensations there. Moving on, continue to scan from your foot up to the rest of your body, from your ankles, calves, shins, all the way to the top of your head. Along the way, it's perfectly natural for your thoughts to drift. When this happens, gently guide your focus back to the last body part and continue where you left off. As you scan your body, feel free to relieve any tension you may find by relaxing your muscles or adjusting yourself. If you notice an area with persistent discomfort, spend an extra moment there to accept the discomfort without judgment. Sometimes the best way to comfort someone is to simply be present with them without judgment, and this is the same level of care that your body deserves. Of course, on the flip side, if you find any pleasant sensations, feel free to spend a bit more time with it to enjoy how it feels. This may be from the filling of your lungs to full capacity, a tingling in your fingers, or relaxing your facial muscles. By increasing your sensitivity to these pleasant sensations, you can discover more happiness without having to chase after more and more experiences. An easy way to remember this is that happiness is equal to experience times sensitivity. And this meditation is about raising sensitivity and hence unlocking more happiness. So that's our first exercise done. You may notice that when you focus on your body, your mind gradually quiets down. That's a good thing, and in order to see why, we need to realize the difference between mental power and mental noise. Let's say you are driving a car. If you step on the gas and the engines rocket you forward, that's a powerful car. But if you are trying to park and the engines are still blaring at full throttle, then that's a lot of noise, wasted gas, and quite frankly, a poor car. Mental activity only translates to power if it is directed by your focus. And that leads us to our next meditation technique, focus your mind. Quick pause. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and if you're enjoying the video so far, please remember to hit the like button, and if you're new here, please do subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it, and it helps the channel grow. My goal is to bring to you a constellation of the best ideas so you can create your own by connecting the dots. And with that, let's move on to the next one. Number 4, focus your mind. This exercise is about training your mind to focus on a target. And for today, we'll be using breathing as our target, though you may also use other targets such as walking or eating. Let's do this together once again. Start by taking 3 deep breaths, noticing the sensation of each breath. Gently close your eyes on the third. Now, breathe naturally and count from 1 to 10 with each breath. There is no need to force your breathing to be in the same rhythm or depth. Just allow yourself to experience the sensations of each breath, realizing how each breath is unique. You may notice that some breaths are deep or shallow, some may be uncomfortable or comfortable. Accept the nature of each breath. So long as you're breathing, that's a good thing. When you hit 10, return to 1 and count to 10 again. Do this for at least 5 minutes. As you count, consciously watch and wait for your mind to create a thought. You can imagine yourself sitting next to a busy road where cars come and pass you by, just as your thoughts will come and pass on. It might be a memory of something that happened today or some judgment of yourself meditating that maybe it's not good enough. When this happens, accept that a thought has come and allow it to pass on, and then gently guide your focus back to the count where you left off. If you can't remember where that was, that's fine, just start from 1 again. With practice, you may realize that you get better at spotting and releasing these thoughts before they hijack your focus on breathing. In fact, you may notice periods where no thoughts come up at all. This clear mental state primes you to direct your full mental resources onto your point of focus and can extend from breathing meditation onto real applications in your life, such as problem solving, active listening, or heightening sensory experiences. Number 5, watch the show. This step brings together what we've learned from scanning the body and focusing the mind to create a fun kind of mindfulness. Start with 3 deep breaths and gently close your eyes on the third. Do a quick 1-minute body scan from your toes up to the top of your head, and once you are done, breathe naturally and begin a repeated count of 1 to 10. This technique is now similar to focusing your mind, except that instead of releasing the thoughts that you spot by default, you now choose either to release them or to explore them. So let's say you are doing the count from 1 to 10 and you suddenly notice an urge to use your phone. You can allow this urge to pass on and return to your breathing, or you can pause your count and apply some gentle curiosity to your mind and body in the present. You may notice this urge comes from a craving for stimulation of your mind or creates a tightness in your chest. Whatever it is, take a moment to appreciate this realization and accept the fact that it is a truth of the present that will pass on. At each step of the way, make a conscious decision as to whether or not you want to continue exploring further or return to your mental target of breathing. Think of this as a mental Netflix or Instagram. As you focus on breathing, your mind generates a live feed of thoughts that you can browse. Most of these thoughts may not interest you, so you can always scroll past them by letting them go. However, if you find something interesting, you can always click in to watch the show and explore your mind and body in the present, and when you're done, you can return to scrolling the live feed. This exercise is meant to be fun, and you'll probably be quite amused by how many random thoughts that your mind can generate. By combining both an awareness of mind and body in the present, this allows you to become aware of your emotions, which are mental thoughts that surface as sensations in your body. And as a bonus, there is a secret level where you can watch the show. You may notice moments where your mind goes completely clear between thoughts, especially when you watch and wait for your next thought. This is you entering a state of no mind, and it is associated with feelings of bliss and serenity. This is the secret show. So that's about it for the video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. My goal is to bring to you a constellation of the best ideas so you can create your own by connecting the dots. See you in the next video.